Well, welcome back to yet another review after the last one, and this time I have a lot more to say about this. Honestly, I have to apologize for the last one because, well, maybe not quite apologize, but I do think I was being harsh in some cases, and I think being half joking for a lot of the reviews probably wasn't doing it any favors as a serious review either. So I'm going to try to cut down on them either. And if I do make any jokes, then I'm not going to tax any of them. But aside from that, here's how it works. So you'll see in the top that there's a right counter and a wrong counter at the top. And every time I see something I like, I'll add the point to the right counter, but if I don't like it, then I'll add the point to the wrong counter. I can also add the point to both if I think that there's positives and negatives about it. So that aside, I hope you enjoy my perfectly accurate and critical review because it's me.
Who am I? Where am I?
This casting sucks. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. I just don't think that Kevin Bennett is a good fit for Mewtwo, especially considering that he's meant to sound like all intimidating in that, and Kevin, he just doesn't really pull off it, you know? Also, why does he say, who am I, where am I? Is this implying that Mewtwo just got out of the lab and started rapping all of a sudden? I don't think that's the case, but anyway, I still have to add a few negative points because of it.
I'm in the top 5, powerful than the franchise.
You're not now and you weren't at the time.
It was always looking at me like I was lab science, so I had to take over the planet and mankind. If I don't got a purpose, it is certain I shall rise. Anyone opposing me, then all of them can't die. See the mad eyes turn the color of sapphire.
Wrong game, Mewtwo.
The path power getting me out of my damn mind.
I do appreciate the long rhyming scheme here, so I'll add a few points for that. But at the same time, like, he's not really saying anything substantial about Mewtwo. Just kind of saying, I'm strong. That's pretty much it.
Telekinetic and throw an elephant effortless in my element, malevolent and mentally devilish. Not apologetic, but the sin and synthetic. I'm incredible, given all the better genetics.
Same thing as before, but it actually has some sort of substance here because he does reference in Mewtwo's Pokédex entry being able to throw an African elephant. Am I thinking of something else? I don't think so, but still, it's pretty impressive. I'll add a few points.
Pathetic, 100% of the world never gonna understand a Pokemon reaching absurd levels. Ever since Mew became 2, I've been amused by the mystery of my whole being and what I'm destined. Yeah.
I guess that's kind of what the first movie is about. But aside from that, I think this verse just underperforms in some cases, and also I just don't think that Kevin is a good fit for Mewtwo. So, unfortunately, I have to give this a 5 out of 10.
Took him till the second gen to get a perfect set. A legendary set, a president and second best known. The Lord to see in sky, the celebrated song and ceremony.
Okay, that is an amazing thing to open up on. It actually references the lore about them. Also, in Tintawa, Well Islands, that kind of thing. And he just says it really well.
Ever wing it, but for several silver feathers gleaming golden on me.
Okay, I get silver feathers, silver wing, all of that. But why golden? Are they referencing Kobo's shiny? And if so, that should have been shown through visuals.
Tower set a storm below me.
Oh, so this was the one sack attack line before the Ultra Beast Cypher.
Wanna act a god, I'll make you holy, homie, like.
That implies that Ho and Lugiash can shoot bullets, which they can't. But I think they might have been referencing, like, CYPHER Blast, some kind of typhoon or whatever. Okay, maybe I'm thinking about it too much. It's not that deep.
They wanna see me expert, couldn't be a shadow of me.
Okay, that is really clever wordplay on Pokemon XC Gale of Darkness. Also, like that they even referenced it, so that's a few extra positive points.
In my chest, all of the colors of the ribbon like the flag is on me.
An LGBT reference in a rap that's not at least slightly homophobic? Holy shit, that's 10 extra points right there.
It's an art, I know. Pressure on measures you can't control. Everything into everything I do, you'll never match my heart and soul.
I'll be real, that's probably my favorite line in the entirety of this cipher, because it's genuinely so meaningful. Everything to everything I do, like, put it all into everything, and then you'll never match my heart and soul, hot gold and soul silver, and also, so, I feel like I don't really need to explain this, but in short, it's amazing. As for the verse overall, I think that the build-up is really good, Middle is, middle falls off a bit, but the ending is absolutely stellar. Like, I'd give that one above 10 points. But overall, I think I'm gonna rate it a 9 out of 10 just because it's that good.
Imagine expanding the planet of land. Dream of it sinking all deep in the sea. Visualize trying reviving the climate from high in the sky, cause they're doing all three.
I like that Cam actually portrayed it in a sort of poetic way rather than just saying what they're doing.
I'll leave a desolate land in a drought.
I get what I mean, but I think desolate lands are already caused by droughts.
Be a continent covering ground. Topic of truth like Sutopolis. When I drop Dracos on top of your town and I make it to Orange's Cave. This not a drizzle, I rain your parade with the rage of primordial waves. Alpha Omega with thirst up his blades.
Okay, that beat drop was done amazingly there. Damn, we're getting 2 good beat drops in a row. Surely the rest of them are going to be really good, right?
Shaping the state of the whole globe. Look up and print to the ozone.
I love that. I love how that was carried out. That just works a lot better than the usual just straight up lines. And the beat actually goes well with it too, so 5 extra points to that. This implied that Rayquaza destroyed my home. Then why the hell would I be thanking him? Aside from that, I think this verse was carried out really well. In a similar fashion to the Ho-Oh one, but also matching the same energy as the Weather Trio. So I think this one also deserves a 9 out of 10.
Powers are on, we're not the ones they want to stumble upon. And promise a lot of you wouldn't be fun to face them when they're basically children of God.
We're all children of God, dipshit. A game free with your fucking life.
Don't know they've already lost and can't see the feeble becoming a problem. This
Are they describing themselves as feeble? What?
isn't even and they couldn't stop it. Nobody's willing to solve it, cause they all end up in coffin.
You know, I played Legends Arceus recently, and normally I would send a sign because Dialga and Palkia usually aren't that threatening in the games, but Pokemon Legends Arceus proved me otherwise.
And one think I was playing pretend. Flip the script like it was Spatial Ren. I even made a list of all the people dead.
Hold on, where did this talk of a list come from? So you think you keep a list of all the people you killed? Release the list, Giratina, release the list.
Maybe save yourself, but you can save your friends.
And this falls in the category of saying shit just because it sounds cool.
Single hit is leaving the vicinity. Blown close enough cause we're divinity. Oh.
I don't think it works as well as it does in the Rayquazaverse, but it's still fairly good.
Told the month, but any minute will show we hold time and space like we're infinity stones.
That's kind of an awkward line to end on, considering Marvel has nothing to do with Pokemon. But anyway, I think this verse is alright. I mean, it definitely has its flaws now and then, but I think it succeeds in being a cool verse. Like, he tried his best, I suppose. Also, I really like Zach B as Creation Trio. I think it was really cool. So, I guess like a 5 out of 10.
Tao Trio looking for competition, I don't see them. Dragging these balls all on my eyes.
Which member of the Creation Trio is saying this, and what does Dragon Ball have to do with any of this?
Black and white got 3 amigos, ayy. Flow cold, but I'm hot at the same time. That's an iceberg.
Okay, thank you for actually referencing one of the most obscure moves in Pokemon.
We done had trios in the past, they gon' step aside, cause it's our turn. Like, yeah, whoa, man, whoa.
Those 4 lines were filler and nothing else.
Fuck with the yin yang, we gon' outrage.
Okay, I do have to applaud them on the yin yang reference. That was actually pretty good.
Don't care who the competition is, turn you to ash, you don't do what the Tao say.
What does Ash have to do with any of this? Also, at the same time, like, they've mentioned the Tao Trio twice already. Like, why? I mean, I guess not a lot of people know that they're called the Tao Trio, so I guess it's cool to say.
We flying circles around all these niggas, you ain't living up to the hype.
I mean, well, it's debatable if Kyurem can even fly.
Shit ain't always as it seems, the script of the world will get written in black and white.
This would be a good line if it wasn't used in literally every single black and white rap cipher here. But overall, I think this verse alright. It's one that... Mix Williams' voice for this is one of those castings that you just have to get really used to before you can appreciate it. And right now, I think it's around on the same level as the Creation Trio's verse, so 5 out of 10, yet again.
6 gem, but I'm God though.
So not only can I barely hear Genesis Gen, but at the same time, what?
I'm a mercy to a world that would die so.
We're all mercy to a world that will die so, dipshit.
It's like a life universally scary. Always breaking with the dark or they fairy. Xing out every heathen and then wondering why.
Is this Yveltal who's saying this? At the same time, like, why?
See a silhouette, the apocalypse now. Consequence of their actions, the only thing I got.
Actually, a pretty clever way to randomly drop one of the legendaries' names in this, so good job on that.
Blame it on me, but I'm just playing my part in all of these.
You know, this verse is really good so far. I wonder how much better it will get. Stop. Why? On first of all, I will say that just sounds really good in general, and I think the auto-tune is used to perfection here. But at the same time, I usually watch this with earphones on, which means I don't have the captions on it. So with it, it just kind of sounds like Yushiamancy, and it just, I mean, it sounds good, but I just can't hear anything. So I have to give 10 points to both. I'm just going to leave this YouTube comment here. As for the final verse, this might just be a personal thing, but I think it was done both perfectly and not perfectly at the same time. I'm just not really sure how to describe it. But I do think it sounds cool with the captions, so I'm gonna give it a 7.
Waiting, get out of my space, or you're gonna feel the pain of a galaxy brain. And battle, I aim a light year above the waves that lay waste to you suns in a radiant fade.
It does fall into the category of saying shit just because it sounds cool, but at the same time, it does sound cool, and it does have some double entendres behind it, so I'm gonna give it a point for both.
Galileo finds with the naked eye.
Okay, that line's actually really clever.
So Galileo the type that can put the steel in your mind. And you
One of the few times when the legendary Pokemon's name is actually mentioned in the middle of the verse, but I don't think it works too well here because it's just there to sound cool.
get sunsetted and greeted in due time with the beast that caused the Batman and the Moon Knight.
Okay, that's actually a really good double entendre here.
Too bright when I knew a lie, you'll be so blind that I don't mean to brag, but when I fuse rhymes, I reach new heights. And then there be anymore, I'll put you in a bag.
Derek was a thing, but done 1000% more cool. So, and also, I'm not gonna be anymore, put you in a bag. That is an exceptional line. So, 5 extra points for that.
I'm a kaleidoscope of ultranovas, top of the totem pole, but it looks like your little vacation's over. So aloha to the aloha.
Aloha to the aloha. I'm sorry, but like, normally I would say and give it a negative just because that line's a bit overused, but at the same time, like, that was done exceptionally near the end, usually just at the start, because it's at the start, but it was actually phrased with over, totem pole, so I have to give that one 10 extra points. As for the verse in general, though, I think it was really well done, and while there are some grey areas in there that I'm not sure on, I think that Map Foyer gave an exceptional performance at the 3. So, I think I'm going to give it... I'll give it an 8.
Big dog with a big chop and kill a big calm till he get barking. Think he with it, nah, ain't got shit calm until I let it fly, pull wings on him. Been cautious, guard up, I came with a shield. Untouchable, dust off a Draco for real. Lil Rust ain't nothing, we bringing the steel and name up at your crown for the taking and peel. Yeah, arms reach ops up the sky, keep 145 with a beam kick back for the knock. The wind out on my dragon, big Magellan toxic. Hit man with a cannon, big bad, but he falling off. And I meant that, man rose up and brought the darkest day to an op with a red flash. Dynamax high as the sky where his head at, but I've been a behemoth dog and you a dead man.
You've probably noticed that I've been pretty silent throughout the verse, and honestly, I just don't know what to say about it. Like, the majority of it are just references that I don't get, or just phrased weirdly, in my opinion. Also, that's meant to have Eternatus in it. The entire time, I just watched it with no captions, and I just thought it was just Sashi and the Zombidenta. It just didn't feel like it had Eternatus in it at all. So, like, I just don't know what to say about it. I mean, it's listenable, I guess. A 4 out of 10, I suppose. And with that, we've reached our final score of 126 positive points and 66 negative points. And overall, that adds up to 65%. And that's actually 2% higher than the pseudo-legendary CYPHER. But honestly, one, I think that might just be because it's a bit shorter, and two, it also had some heavy hitters like the pseudo-legendary CYPHER, but it also didn't have any major negatives. Like, the ones that I didn't find great were just average at best, though honestly it did have a lot more negatives in it, compared to the pseudo one. Anyway, here's the final scores for it.